Namaste, Jai Hind, and welcome to Budget 2023, our continuous rolling coverage here at CNN News 18. With me, the managing editor, Zaka Jacob, and we also have our political editor, Maria Shakil. I'm just keeping the introduction short and crisp because we've got plenty of ground to cover, ladies and gentlemen, because this budget in an hour and 25 minutes covers everybody. It's a sabka budget. That was what was promised by the finance minister as she began her address on the floor of the House, that this will be an inclusive budget. So let's quickly look at the highlights of Budget 2023 and why we say it's sabka budget. It's got fiscal prudence in consideration. It's got poll considerations. So there is about the vision of Bharat in 2047, but there is also the vision of the ballot in 2024 and of course the build-up in the states. We got Zaka on the wall, not with the poll numbers, but with the budget numbers this time. And we'll look at all of that in detail. But let's signpost some of the salient features. The growth via higher capital spending up by 33% to 10 lakh crore rupees. It surprised everybody and the corporate world has welcomed it. Focus on fiscal prudence continues. No tax on salary up to 7 lakh rupees in the new tax regime. So it's an out-and-out rebate if your salary is 7 lakhs. If it is more than that, then you get into the slabs which have also been revised in the new tax regime. Tax savings for young and retired continue. Nudge to the new tax regime is very clearly evident. This capex target of 10 lakh crore is very, very important because this capital expenditure is what will solve perhaps the jobs problem, ladies and gentlemen. Is everybody happy about it? We have to wait and see whether or not everybody is happy about it. What are the other allocations and some of the other sectors that have been taken care of in this budget? Let's try and understand. The PM Awas Yojana, the outlay has been hiked by 66%. So the construction, building of homes, affordable homes for those for whom the dream of a makan, their own makan, a chhat on their head, was a far distant dream. They want to take that further. But what that does is that again generates employment, the steel industry, cement industry, and of course the labor-intensive industry. 35,000 crore for green energy transition, and it's being incentivized because sustainability, green energy is one of the 7 pillars which the finance minister said Saptarishi. 2.4 lakh crore out of the 10 lakh crore is the outlay for railways. So infrastructure push continues. So they're on that path. They're staying steady and they're not deviating from it. It's perhaps the biggest ever allocation that's ever happened for railways. And then what are the other salient features that stand out? Is there something in there for the Kisan? Yes. Is skilling an important aspect that will be considered? Yes. And these pushes are over the next 3-year horizon. So they're looking beyond Lok Sabha 2024. And the Prime Minister very, very clearly said, a Samriddha, Samarth and Sampanna Bharat. That's the vision for 2047. So let's try and break up what stands out. For you and me, the salaried class, ladies and gentlemen, the highlight is tax mein kuch bachega ke liye, tax mein kuch bachega liye. For 2 years, nothing happened, Zaka. But this time, big bang announcements.
Yeah, I think for the middle class, absolutely, it is the tax numbers that everybody is crunching. They're looking at the new tax regime. First of all, the big picture, the new tax regime up until last year had 7 slabs. She's now slashed that down to 5. So it's an important thing. The big announcement, of course, is that if you have an income, like Anand was saying, up to 7 lakh rupees, then you pay no income tax whatsoever. Anything above 7 lakhs, then this is the new tax regime. These are the rates as per which you will be paying your tax. So let's assume you have an income of 8 lakh rupees, which means for the first 3 lakh rupees, you will not be paying any income tax. Between 3 lakh and 6 lakh rupees, that's 3 lakh rupees, you will pay 5%, that's 15,000 rupees. And then for the remaining 6 lakh to 8 lakh, which is 2 lakh rupees, you will pay at 10%, which is 30,000. So effectively, your net tax at an income of 8 lakh rupees annually would be 45,000 rupees, which would be a net saving, and we'll get to that in 1 second. But I think what they've essentially done, what the finance minister has essentially done, is rationalize both the slabs and the rates. From 7 rates, we've gone down to 5 rates now. And I think that is a very, very clear signal, a nudge that the new tax regime is where you need to be.
Where we go back to that number, ये बस trailer था, just to give you an understanding. There are many people who have more questions and more issues. We'll play out what the Prime Minister. There's one other important aspect, salient feature of the budget, which are the sectors where the focus has been kept, along with, of course, doing something for the middle class. It's not a populist budget, many people say, but if you look at the fine print, all the various dynamics which will be used over the next 18 months, are there. The play is there. 15,000 crore for tribal development, an important vote bank which been spoken about. There is huge amounts of investment in agri-tech, agricultural startups, and of course rising millet production. Again, incentivizing the farmer. Dairy, fisheries, again, water bank, which is going to be critical, which is going to be important. So revamped credit guarantee for MSMEs, another sector which is critical if you want to boost our manufacturing. So all of this is now considered. We have the Prime Minister's